right, guys. So our next topic here brings us still we're keeping in the world of DC, but we're going to kind of the mainline DC because we're going to jump over and talk about the Batman. So there's been they started the filming process again after Robert Pattinson has come back on the set and they're doing all their things. So they've been filming. We've had some set photos released, and there's been a couple interesting ones just of Batman, and then our first look at John Turturro as Falcone, and then some more good shots of Colin Farrell's Penguin, and then even a shot of Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle. Not in a Catwoman suit yet, but Selena Kyle. But there was one interesting one that came up here that John and Rick here. I don't think you guys have seen this, and it brings up a lot of questions. So we're gonna go over the other set photos and see what you guys think about those two and talk about those. But this one, there was a set photo with a guy in a Superman costume on set on the Batman. So, yeah. So, I got the picture here. There's literally a
What?
guy walking around in a Superman costume, and it doesn't look like as one that's high quality as, like, Henry Cavill by any means, but the fact that Superman in some way is on set is
Why?
indicating that Superman exists in the Batman
Oh, yeah.
universe. Like, not that, like, he's gonna show up necessarily, this could be just some dude in a Halloween costume, but it suggests that Superman and other superheroes exist within the Batman, which is interesting enough on its own. Like, let alone if this is, like, a Superman, like, a real if they actually have a guy playing Superman, well, here you go. But
Yeah.
if not, he exists in some way. I mean, how do you argue that?
That's definitely Superman, too. It's not
It's
a guy in, like, a red.
100% Superman. It's got the shield on the back of the
Yeah.
cape, which they haven't done. Did they do that in the Reeves movies? I don't even know. I can't remember.
No,
Yeah,
no.
but he used to have in the comics many and many times. He used to have the shield on the cape. So
A small cape. Looks more like a
yeah, but
costume, like a Halloween costume.
well, it's like Shazam's cape. Back in the day, their capes used to only go down that far.
Yeah.
It
Up
was
to their
only the more
knee.
modern style capes where they went down just been exuberantly long for kind of just for they just make the only reason they do it is to get the cool shots with the cape flowing in the back.
It always
Yeah,
does look good,
that's the
though.
only
It does.
But, what do you guys think about this?
That's
You
pretty
guys think
crazy.
Uh, I don't know. My mind has run through about 3,700 scenarios of how this could actually work. And I'm not sure I'm really happy about any of them. Uh,
that's it because it
I,
brings up a lot of questions.
the one I'm settling on is Matt Reeves is a prankster, and he
Just had
he
that.
just he knew paparazzi were gonna be
That's
snapping off the
good.
photos,
That's very
and
true.
he was just like
Let's
he
fuck with
called
them.
up his buddy, was like, "Hey, you
Yeah.
know that Superman costume you wore to the a Halloween party last
Come
year?
walk around on set.
Yeah, can you bring that over?"
That's not a bad
Um,
idea. I actually like that theory more than anything. That's good.
Well, because it makes
wow.
people think, and they're like, "Wait a minute, what?" Kind of
Yeah, because
exactly like
look
what
at
we're
what
doing
we're doing.
now.
Yeah.
We're like, "Dude, there's a guy in a Superman costume. What does this mean?" Like, "Well, blah,
Yeah.
blah," and all it takes is them just to say, "Let's go do this." Because like, that's the thing. This
Yeah,
happened right when all these other, like this set photo came out, like
sure.
I said, it's got all of them. This happened around the same time where, like, these new pictures came out because they went back to filming on location. So we got this and, like, dude, Colin Farrell just, like
I would not have even guessed that's Colin
I know.
Farrell.
I mean, it
I mean, I know it
definitely
is, but,
it
like,
looks like the Penguin, though, which I think is really cool.
yeah.
Because like, in that trailer, you got, like, barely a look at him, and, like, a lot of people didn't even realize it was him at first, obviously, because look at the makeup. But I think they did a really good job of making him look weird as it sounds, like, like like the Penguin.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
as real as they could make
Yeah,
it.
it looks like the Penguin from, like, the Arkham series, like,
Yep.
almost spot on. Looks really
Yep.
good. I don't know about this face here,
I was gonna say, he's got some hair on him too.
yeah, his hair which is gonna be weird because his hair wasn't I feel like his hair wasn't that long or dark for the trailer. I mean, they obviously shot that stuff, like, 6 months ago,
Yeah.
right? But
He's got some very dark
he's
hair.
definitely got some hair.
Yeah,
There.
depending on the timeline of the movie too, that could explain why it's
Yeah,
longer in some scenes than others.
yeah. Then we got another, like, Selena Kyle back there. It's interesting though too, I'm wondering why they're all together, and then he's got his umbrella.
Yeah, I was wondering why are they all just, like, hanging out?
Yeah. So I don't know why something's obviously brought them together for something.
I mean, it
Like
looks Selena with the hat and
Looks
funeral.
everybody
like a funeral.
in the dark colors. I mean, this has to be some sort of funeral or memorial, right? I mean,
But
kind of
what would
feels like
just the theory crap though? What who would have to die for two mob bosses, Bruce Wayne and then a cat burglar to all go to the same funeral? Who died?
true, true.
Like
I mean, a city official. I don't know what I don't know. Like Selena Kyle in the animated series was a socialite. She was one of the well-to-do high society members, and I'm sure the mob
it could
bosses
be doing that.
being integrating themselves into the well-to-do, the affluent sect of society. Maybe it's another high society person that is passed that brings them all out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, because details are pretty unknown about what kind of character Selena Kyle is going to be, so they could very well put her more in a Bruce Wayne kind of role as opposed to
Mhm,
the Anne Hathaway, even kind of literal just cat burglar. No one really knew who she was, kind of thing. So they could definitely go that route with it.
mhm.
That would make more sense of why they're all there together at a funeral. But
Yeah.
because otherwise, it is just kind of like odd. But then there was actually, some shots of the stunt guy actually up here,
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
doing some stuff, prowling along some rooftops. So
Was that first shot that looked like it was out during daytime? Is that
mhm.
just
No, yeah, for sure, but they may have just been setting stuff up.
True, they
okay?
could have
They
been
gotta,
doing,
like,
like, test
test things a lot of
shots
time, yeah,
or
because if they're doing s
Framing.
yeah, if they're doing stunt work, because I imagine that because at one point, there was one I didn't save this, other shot, but they had a guy with the bat cowl on who was in one of those glide suits that make you look like a
Yeah,
flying fox.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they were
yeah.
obviously doing some stunt work off this building, so they were probably just setting some stuff up, which he
Okay.
might be wearing that there too, but I can't tell if it's like a trench coat because it's probably cold up there, or
Yeah.
it's the wingsuit, but yeah, they were obviously doing some work there 'cause here he's just got his
He's just,
cape,
like,
so
looming up on top of the building.
yeah. And that actually almost looks like Robert. Like, I know it's,
Yeah.
like, hard to tell from blurry little picture, but, like, that actually looks like Rob, but
Mhm.
who knows? But yeah, obviously, I wanted to lead off with the Superman thing just because the other ones are just like, "Oh, cool, we got some set pictures." First ones, yeah, it's weird, that they're together and all this stuff, but, yeah, this came out of left field, man. Was not expecting it.
Yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
how they'd
I
integrate Superman into that universe. I mean, we don't know much about it, but it doesn't seem like something like the direction they would take.
Yeah,
Oh,
just based off of the tone of the trailer, I just don't see Superman being an actual presence, an actual person in that world. Um, just because of the I don't know what about it, but I mean, I'm particularly thinking about Colin Farrell's Penguin saying this guy's crazy when he's chasing him with the Batmobile or whatever. That it looked like in one scene. I would think if Superman existed in the world, Batman would be not invoke such a reaction out of people.
right.
Um, and so then my other thought that I ran through was, well, maybe Superman's a fictional character in this world, and it's something about the fictional characters inspires Bruce to take up the mantle or to create a crime fighting persona, like his childhood heroes of fiction, like Superman or something.
Yeah.
And then so this would be like just a guy in a Halloween costume for whatever reason. The only problem with that is that's story wise, those are some blurry llines. Like, oh, Batman's real in this world, but Superman is the fictional.
Exactly. That's why it doesn't make
Yeah,
any you can't go that route with it. Because if this is real and not just someone trolling on set, like you were
yeah,
suggesting, because I do like that theory. 'Cause that's stuff
yeah.
I would totally do if I was, like, in a Matt Reeves position and I was making a like, I would do that if I was making a Marvel movie, I'd throw someone on there with, like, a bat suit just to
Well, that's what I
mess
was
with
gonna say.
people,
Like
dude.
next week, we're gonna
Like
get Wolverine popping up
yeah,
instead
dude.
of
Oh my god.
Batman. It's gonna be like, what the?
I would be
What's
doing that
going on?
all the time because you gotta think too, like, a lot of times, they like to give, like, misinformation, like, the Russo's brothers did it a lot when they were on press tours, just giving away things, but it was just even, like, putting things, I mean, they went as far as putting Hulk in the Infinity War trailer, like, marketing material. They put
Yeah,
Hulk
you're
in the
right.
Infinity War trailer in Wakanda. Hulk wasn't in Wakanda. Like, so I mean, they mess with people a lot, and like, so I could definitely see this being just a troll game from WB. I could see it happen. Maybe not so much WB as much as Matt Reeves, but I feel like people would have to know about this stuff. I don't know like how cool they would be if like Matt Reeves decided just to do this on his own, because it's gonna. You think this in some ways it might cause like just a PR nightmare kind of a thing, because it's like if they Henry Cavill, for instance, is supposed to be negotiating again for his contract to play Superman, and then it's like, but if they're using Superman even in some way, in like, we don't know what Henry's contracts previous said or what's in the contract now. Like, what if there's a byline in Henry's contract that says like Superman cannot appear in any other thing, like unless it's me. Like, you never
Yeah.
know. Like,
He agrees to do it as
like
long as he's the exclusive
yeah,
actor to portray the
Yeah, the
character.
only
Yeah.
yeah,
Superman.
which is
Yeah.
just that's standard stuff in a lot of these contracts. Like, you can say it just is what it is. So I mean, and even just with like this, us just going out in the press, us talking about it, it's got to create like a lot of, I don't know, kind of an annoying situation for people at WB if Matt Reeves just like just say throw Bob in the costume here just to mess with these paparazzis. Even though I love it
Yeah.
and I would totally be doing it, but I just wonder if it had to be cleared through some other channels for them to even do it. Because again, like, the people during that tweet, which I'm not gonna believe what these random people are saying in tweets, and no one really should. That's why we can't really believe or know. We have no context to what this picture is other than the guy was on set during Batman, but
It's
the
such
one
a
of
huge it's such a huge reveal though. In this day and age, for them to be that careless to put an actor that is, if Superman is truly in this movie and he's going to be playing, Kal-El in this movie, WB is not, they're not dumb enough to just have him, oops,
No.
a paparazzi accidentally got a
Yeah.
shot of.
That
Yeah,
Yeah, and
that's
I
just
don't think that's it.
so
I think the more compelling thing though is that like it regardless, I don't think that Superman's gonna actually be a character. But
mhm.
the fact that someone is on set, potentially maybe in the movie in a Superman costume,
yeah.
it just that is indication alone that Superman exists in some way in Robert Pattinson's Batman movie. Because you can't have a
Yeah.
guy in a costume and then say it was just an Easter egg. It's like what
Well,
that's Superman to
they
me.
never did that
Like,
with like the Dark Knight or anything. They didn't.
right.
Yeah.
Like, even if he was just like maybe they go to like a Halloween party or something and there's a guy dressed as Superman, that means Superman exists.
That's like a
Yeah.
Like,
little
In some
Easter egg.
manner.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like one of the tweets said, and this was like I was kind of saying, like, I don't know, I can't take it with a grain of salt, but the guy who took the picture tweeted and said, like, this dude wasn't just like a random dude, it was a closed set, and he got off of the extras bus. So there was a bus full of extras, and that's where the dude like got off. He got out of the bus, so he was on the correct side of the tape, where all the people who are part of the movie is, and there was a bus shuttling around extras, and this dude happened to be on that bus.
Well,
So it'd still be a troll job, obviously,
the
but
costume just looks very costumey.
it does.
Like something you get
Yeah,
at the Halloween store.
yeah. It's not Henry Cavill level. Yeah, I mean, it's like Christopher Reeve level Superman, but that was
Yeah.
from the '70s. So like, that's about the quality of from it looked in the blurry picture from God knows how far away. So I don't know. I just think
I'm
it's
cu
more interesting that Superman exists in the world, let alone
Well, and
I just didn't
WB
expect that.
WB may sign off on it. They got the news about the movie being delayed recently. Maybe they're just, it's going to be a while till they are able to release more because of the delays that the movie has faced. And so they're like, hey, let's just give people that reminder that it's happening. And they kind of let this troll job go through so that people talk about it. I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I think your suggestion of it, someone just messing around with like, be it Matt Reeves or whoever, is like more than likely the answer. I would say,
No
but
idea how I have no idea how extras work. I mean, is it possible that this is just an extra that was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm supposed to be on the new Batman movie. I'm going to throw on a Superman costume and hop on the bus and go over. And like,
right.
Yeah.
he got off the bus and they saw him and they were like,
What are
no,
you
buddy,
doing?
you're
Yeah.
not filming today. And then they shoveled him
Right.
off to a different area, but he had already, stepped foot on the set and somebody snapped a quick pic.
Well, that's why I could see because, like I said, those pictures, well, that picture came out around the same time all these other set photos were coming out. So I
Yeah.
could totally see it being a staged thing just to mess with the
I think it's just
paparazzi.
trolling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then just troll. I could totally see it because that thought hadn't crossed my mind till you brought it up. And then I was, like I said, these other photos start coming out of like legit photos, and then all of a sudden there's a Superman guy costume, but it looks like Rick's saying, just like a Halloween store Superman costume someone just
Yep.
threw on. Like I almost think it is just them trolling the paparazzi because they just knew all these pictures kept leaking. Like they see all these pictures being leaked online, like they know more than anybody. So I'm gonna go with the troll job here. What's your guys' final verdict on this? If you had to guess, what are you thinking?
Troll. I think they're
Troll
trolling.
job.
Troll.
We're all three on troll job. All right.
I can't bring myself to
Sorry, wrong buttons.
accept that it's anything else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. Like I don't
What's
know.
that say right there? 100% a Halloween party?
No, this is like the continued it's people tweeting. That's what this
Okay.
random. That's what I was saying. You can't, because that's what he's saying. The same thing that I was just kind of saying before. Like he says, this is a Halloween party in the movie, and does that mean Superman exists in the Reverse?
Reverse.
Yeah. So I mean, it's valid. Like, 'cause that's where I'm with it too. But it's like never. There's this guy. Like we're all suggesting here that it's just a plan. Like I think they were just trolling.
Yeah.
That's what all we
Make
got.
people wonder and
Yeah,
speculate.
they knew these set photos were being taken and being leaked online, all this stuff. So they were just like, dude, go to the Halloween Express, put this on, and they're like make these people. They're gonna get this picture. It's gonna blow everyone's mind. It's gonna be so confusing. I guarantee that's what I think is happening here. So, question is, guys, what do you think? Do you think this is like actually like some of these people are speculating an actual Halloween party within the Matt Reeves Batman movie? Do you think, kind of like us, that we're thinking they're just kind of trolling with the paparazzi people out there, trolling with people like us who are going to see this picture and obviously dedicate a whole 20-minute segment on a YouTube show about it? So that's kind of what we're thinking. But I mean, it could also mean, if it is real and it's in the movie, that also means Superman exists within this movie, which also, again, it brings up a lot of questions if that's the case. So we're thinking troll job though. Let us know what you guys think down in the comment section below.